Hi guys, it's Mrs. Crewa. I'm going to continue reading Out of My Mind. How can they expect us to get ready in such a short time? Crazy. Plane tickets and permission slips, paperwork and practice. Practice every day for close to 2 weeks. Study every evening with Mrs. B's words, cities, states, countries, capitals, oceans, rivers, colors, diseases, weather, numbers, dates, animals, kings, queens, birds, insects, wars, presidents, planets, authors, generals, laws, quotations, measurements, equations, definitions. My head has been spitting nonstop with facts and figures, but I'm ready now. Our team is ready. Mr. D kept his promise. The 6 highest scorers from all our practice rounds were announced at the last practice session a few days ago. Of course, just like the other kids, I had been keeping a mental tally of everybody's points, so I was pretty sure I'd be one of the on-air contestants, not an alternate. Mr. Dimming almost glowed with anticipation as he made the announcement. He paced nervously. A little more, and the man would be dancing. Okay, here we go, he said. I feel like I need a drum roll or something. Read the list, please, Connor shouted impatiently. Mr. Dimming said slowly. The 6 members of the Championship Spalding Street Elementary School quiz team are... He paused. I thought Connor was going to throw something at him. Rose, Connor, Melody, Elena, Rodney, and Molly. Claire and Amanda will be our alternates. I'm an alternate? Claire gasped. Molly beat you by 2 points, Claire, Mr. D explained, but you'll still get to come with us and cheer us on and take a tour of the city. But it was me who helped her study, Claire said with outrage. This is not fair. I just shook my head and smiled a little. There is so much Claire doesn't know about stuff not being fair. Molly looked smugged and not at all sorry. Her mother came to pick her up and the practice was over. The competition is tomorrow, Thursday evening. Assuming we win, we'll have the Good Morning America appearance on Friday, followed by a trip to the White House. More sightseeing in D.C. is planned for Saturday, and then we'll come home on Sunday. On Monday, hopefully, we'll return to school as national champions with the trophy. So tonight we pack. I've never been on a trip anywhere from home before, so we have some serious planning to do. I feel crazy excited, crazy nervous. Dad bought me a bright red suitcase with wheels. It smells like the inside of a new car. Touching it makes me smile. Mom and I went shopping yesterday, something we don't get to do much anymore. She let me choose a couple of new outfits with jeans. None of those practical baggy sweatsuits for the trip. And as we rolled down the mall, we passed a card shop. And in a brainstorm, I tapped on my board. Go in, get card, please. For who? Mom asked as she wheeled in there. Catherine, I typed, to thank her for helping me get ready. How very grown up you are, Mom said, clearly pleased. One for Miss V too, I tapped out. Absolutely. The card we found for Miss V could not have been more perfect. The front was completely covered with hundreds of oranges, except for one blue one in the middle. And inside it says, you're 1 in a million. Thanks. She'll love it, Mom said. For Catherine, I picked out a card that showed a desk full of computers and MP3 players and video games and a young woman connected to all of them with earphones, and it read, Glad you're always there to plug into me. Thanks for all you do. You couldn't have designed those better yourself, said Mom, and she paid for the cards. Yep, pretty perfect. Around 7 o'clock, the doorbell rings. It's Miss V coming over to help with the final packing preparations. She and Mom make a great team. I've made a checklist according to Mr. Dimming's suggestions, Mom says. Black skirt and white blouse for the competition. Check, said Miss V as she neatly folds those 2 pieces into my suitcase. Check, Penny mimics. Extra white blouse just in case, Mom says. Great idea, Miss V replies, nodding. Mom carefully folds in 2 more shirts and my favorite pair of jeans. Comfortable outfits for sightseeing in Washington, spending money for souvenirs, sunglasses, camera, check, check, and check, Miss V repeats. Pajamas, toothbrush, deodorant, hair clips, all there. A warm jacket, no telling what this March weather will do. Check! Penny cries. Power pack for Medi Talker, extra batteries, tissues, and wipes. Got it. Umbrella? For you or for Melody? Miss V asks with a laugh. Do you have your bag packed? Yeah, I'm just about ready. I'm nervous too. Mom pauses. You're the best, Violet. I know Penny will be safe with you while we're gone. And butterscotch, I interrupt. They both laugh. Mom continues. Frankly, without you, there's no way that Melody would be packing for this trip. Get card, Mom, I type. I reach my hand to the side, but I can barely touch the edge of my book bag hanging on my chair. Mom reaches into the bag and pulls out the envelope and sets it out on the tray. I push it towards Miss V. She opens it, reads it, and then squeezes me so hard I can hardly catch my breath. This one goes on my refrigerator door, she says quietly. I want to look at it every single day. And she busies herself then with dusting off a pair of shoes and then that have never taken a step. I'm a little scared, I admit. Nonsense, Mellow Yellow, Miss V tells me. I fully expect to see you on Good Morning America with that 10-foot-high trophy. That would be awesome, I type. Now tell me once more, Miss V says to Mom. What time does the plane leave tomorrow? Penny, take Melody's underwear off your head, you silly girl. Mom checks her papers. Plane leaves at noon. That means we should leave here no later than 9, get to the airport by 10, get all checked in, make sure her wheelchair is properly taken care of, and such, and then we can relax until it's time to board the plane. Miss V scratches her head. I wonder why they chose a noon flight. That'll get you into Washington around 2. The competition starts at 7. That's cutting it a little close. Mr. Dimming told us the hotel has a late check-in policy. The TV studio is just across the street from the hotel, so we'll be fine. As Mom closes and zips up my suitcase, I feel tears come to my eyes. I can't believe this is happening. In just one day, I'll be in Washington, D.C., on national television. I pray I won't screw it up. I want to call Rose and see if she's nervous too. I want to ask her what she'll wear to the White House. Suppose we get to meet the First Lady. Now that would be the bomb. I want to know if we'll be sitting near each other on the plane. I want it to be like all the other girls. I don't sleep well that night, and in the morning Mom gets me bathed and dressed and fed in record time while Dad gets Penny ready. Go see plane? She asks repeatedly. Fly, wee, Dad says as he flies her around the room with his arms. She loves it. We head outside, and Miss V hurries over, camera in hand. She snaps pictures of me getting strapped in, my suitcase being loaded, and my brave and hopeful victory smile. And then she does it all over again with Dad's camcorder. No, we'll never be able to forget this morning. Penny darts around, chasing Butterscotch, running in circles around the car, which has been washed and shined. Mom, dressed in a cool denim suit and, surprisingly, a pair of late-style Nikes, loads our bags in the car, and we're totally ready to go by 8:45. Dad takes Butterscotch back into the house and then locks the front door, and on his way out, all set, he asks? Let's do it, Mom yells. Even Penny can feel the excitement. She claps her hands. I can't stop grinning. Even though I know we have plenty of time, I keep wanting Dad to drive faster. I'm so afraid that we're going to miss the plane or that we forgot my ticket or I'll throw up and we'll have to go back home. At the airport garage, we have no trouble finding a row of empty handicapped parking spaces. We unload me, my chair, our bags, and Penny and Doodle, and Mrs. V snaps more photos. Seems like hours, but in minutes we're at the check-in gate. Mrs. V pushes me, Mom carries Penny, and Dad pulls a cart loaded with the luggage and Doodle. It's 10 o'clock on the dot. Hi, Mom says cheerfully to the uniformed lady at the desk. We're here to check in for the noon flight to Washington, D.C., and she hands the lady her tickets. The noon flight? The woman replies with a frown. She types and clicks, purses her lips, and types some more. And finally she looks up. I'm sorry, ma'am, but that flight has been canceled. We've had loads of cancellations today. A late winter storm in the Northeast has caused backups all over. Canceled? My stomach starts to gurgle. Snow? Mom's voice sounds thick, but the weather is sunny and clear. They've got 5 inches on the ground in Boston already, and more is predicted for the afternoon, farther south. The FFA won't let planes take off in weather like that, so our whole system gets gummed up. Planes due to arrive here and then return eastward get canceled, meaning our afternoon flights can't depart. It's complicated. Sorry. The desk agent continues to type rapidly, and she tells Mom, I can get you and your daughter on the next direct flight. However, it leaves at 7:23 p.m., and it'll get you to Washington at 9:07. The Weather Service has predicted that the snowstorm will have fizzled by then, so we can start getting folks where they need to. Actually, tomorrow it looks like rain. My heart is thudding now. Would you like me to rebook you? She smiles cheerfully. She doesn't get it. But the competition starts at 7, Mom mumbles. Excuse me? I didn't hear you, the desk agent says, and I can't breathe. Mom speaks a little louder. What about the rest of our group? We're traveling together, a group of school children, a quiz team, actually. They're also booked on this flight. We've got a competition this evening. Oh, I remember those kids. They were here early this morning. Great group, so polite and mannered that they told me all about the competition and the huge trophy that they might bring home. They came early? Said Mom. It seems they all went to breakfast together and then came straight here. It's a good thing they did too, or they wouldn't have gotten out. Where are they? Mom asks. Well, they got switched to the 9 o'clock flight, the last eastbound plane to get out before flights started getting canceled. They had to run down the gate, but they made it just in time. I made sure of it. She looks down at her computer. Yes, the flight left about an hour ago. They're gone? Mom whispers. I feel like I'm going to choke. Are you and your family going to D.C. to cheer them on? The woman asks. She still doesn't get it. No, my daughter is on the team. Mom explains. We must get to Washington. Isn't there another flight, perhaps on another airline? The woman looks at me and blinks. She's on the... She starts to ask, but then she catches herself, returns her gaze to her monitor, and begins typing furiously. I can hear her fingernails as they click on the keys. Dad places both hands on the ticket counter and leans in towards the agent. I've never seen him so angry. How could this have happened? Shouldn't we have been notified that the flight was canceled? We try, sir, but it's not always possible, said the lady. We do always advise passengers to call ahead and check their flight status. But this is a trip of a lifetime. You can't possibly understand how important it is to my daughter. I squeeze my eyes shut. Stupid elevator music floats from the tiny airport speakers. I hear no beautiful colors. I smell no lovely aromas. All I can see is the darkness behind my eyeballs. I'm really, really sorry, sir, the lady says. What about a connecting flight? We must get her to Washington this afternoon. The woman types and clicks for what seems like hours, and finally she looks up. There are no other flights to D.C. on any other carrier, sir, nonstop or otherwise. The weather system has grounded everything. There will be nothing until later this evening. I'm so sorry, she whispers. I open my eyes because they're filling with tears. Dad walks away from the ticket counter, his face scrunched with tight wrinkles. And then, without warning, he smashes his fist into the wall right next to where I'm sitting. My head jerks up. I knew I had a hurt. I shouldn't have done that, he admits, holding one of his fists with the other. But if I could have smashed my fist against the wall, I would have as well. Mrs. V looks from me to Dad. I don't understand how this could have happened either, she says to Mom. Shouldn't someone from the quiz team have called you? Her voice could crush bricks. The teacher, perhaps? Maybe there wasn't time, Mom says helplessly. At least that's what I hope. Surely they wouldn't have left her behind on purpose. I still have not taken one breath. I really do apologize, ma'am, the gate agent finally says. I've even checked airports in nearby cities. There are no flights out of the area until this evening. I have plenty of seats on our 7 o'clock flight if you'd like me to book you. No, thank you, Mom says quietly. It's too late. The entire airport feels like a vacuum to me. No sound, no voices, no air. Mom walks slowly toward me. I sit there in my new blue and white outfit with new matching tennis shoes, next to my new shiny red suitcase, feeling very, very stupid and angry. How could they do this to me? And helpless? I hate feeling like this. Like when I was little and I got stuck on my back like a stupid turtle. There's nothing I could do. Nothing. How long does it take to drive to D.C.? Miss V asks. I don't even look up. I know the answer. 10 hours at the very least, Dad replies, his voice soft. Go fly airplane? Penny asks. No fly today, Dad says, touching her gently on her head with his hand. Mom rolls me over to the bench on the other side of the check-in area. She kneels down in front of me. She's crying. I don't think I'll ever breathe again. Mom hugs me. It's going to be okay, sweetie. You're still the best, the smartest, the most wonderful girl in the world. Somehow, we're going to get over this. No, I won't. Mrs. V wipes her eyes as well. She sits on the bench and takes both my hands in hers. Oh, baby girl, I know this is hard, but there's just no way to get you to Washington. I just sit there. The morning started out like crystal, and the day turned to be broken glass. When we get home, I ask my mother to put me in bed. I refuse to eat lunch. I try to sleep, but quiz questions and why questions keep flying into my head. Why didn't they call me? Why didn't they tell me about breakfast? Why can't I be like everybody else? I finally cry into my pillow. Butterscotch nudges me with her nose, but I ignore her. They left me on purpose. How could they do that? They left me on purpose. I felt like stomping on something, stomping and stomping and stomping. That makes me even crazier because I can't even do that. I can't even get mad like a normal kid. Penny peeks into my room then, and when she sees I'm awake, she climbs on my bed and snuggles close to me. She smells like watermelon bubble bath. She tries to count my fingers, and then tries to count her own. But all she knows is 1, 2, 3, 5. So she says it over and over. And then she tries to teach Doodle to count. 2, Doodle, 2. I feel myself relaxing a little bit. Oh, here you are, Penny, Dad says from the doorway. Are you making Dee Dee happy? Dee Dee, good girl, she tells Dad. Yes, she is that, the very best, Dad agrees. You okay, Melody? He asks as he comes over to stroke my hair. I nod. I point to Dad's left wrist, which is wrapped with an ace bandage. Yeah, it hurts, he said. That was a dumb thing to do, but I guess it made me feel a little better. I nod. He lifts Penny from my bed with his right arm. Ready for a snack, Miss Penny? He asks her. Hot dogs, she demands. Do you want me to fix you something, Melody? He asks me. I'm not hungry. I shake my head and then point to the clock. Maybe later, Dad says. I smile at him and he quickly leaves the room with my sister. The phone rings. I hear Mom says, Oh, hello, Mr. Dimming. She walks quickly into my room, portable phone to her ear, her palm so tight around the receiver I can see the veins on the top of her hand. No, I don't understand, Mom says curtly. Why weren't we called? She listens to him for a minute and then bursts out angrily. We could have easily been at the airport an hour earlier. We could have been there at dawn. She was almost shouting. Do you know how much this has devastated my daughter? A pause. Yes, I'm aware she's probably the brightest person on the team. Was. The word is was. There is no is. Mom pauses to listen. You'll make it up to her? You've got to be kidding. Mom hangs up on him and flings the phone into the corner. She wipes her eyes, pulls a tissue from a box on her desk, and sits down heavily in the chair next to my bed. I listen to her blow her nose, and then I turn over. "Oh, Melody, if only I could make your hurt go away," she says. I blink at my own tears. She pulls me into her lap. It isn't the snuggly fit it used to be, but it feels good. She rocks me, humming softly. I finally fall asleep listening to the rhythm of her heartbeat. Okay, we're going to stop there for today, and I'll read the rest later. Have a great day.